So the Nova's theme is SG60, 60 years of Singapore. What role, do you see? I mean, obviously, StraitsX comes from Singapore and
Yes.
has been trying to, drive adoption and distribution of stablecoin, especially through XUSD, beyond Singapore itself, beyond Southeast Asia, through various partnerships and distribution.
Yes.
Like, how do you see this role that you guys are playing? Obviously, there are a lot of other players in the space that are trying to do something more global play as well. Like, how do you see these markets playing a role in driving kind of like stablecoin adoption or more efficient payments, right? Broadly speaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing to understand is that stablecoins today
Yeah.
are a different chapter, a different profile than stablecoins 5 years ago.
Right.
We saw Circle IPOing, we saw the likes of StraitsX getting licenses from the Central Bank of Singapore to issue single currency stablecoins. We see Hong Kong, pushing through their stablecoin bill, and we see the US having the Genius and Clarity Act.
Yeah.
And what that tells the macro industries is that this is becoming more and more mainstream. And the important thing about understanding that fact is that you have institutional banks, top world MNCs coming in to say, now there is a lot more legitimacy. And I'm not going to be dealing with stable coins as though it's like something that I need to hide under my blanket or under my bed. It is something that's real. And with the likes of the world's governments giving out the thumbs up, is pushing that wave of new adoption because there's trust.
Yes.
I mean, the background of money is still trust. So stable coins are a value that relies heavily on the element of trust.
Correct.
So as that carries on and proliferates, you'll see a lot more of that moving beyond just Singapore into the world.
Yeah. I think one thing that Tianmei always likes to say is that, your mother or your grandmother doesn't really know or care about stablecoins as long as they're able to pay efficiently, get their money fast, cheap, efficient. That's all they care about, right?
Yeah.
How do you see that particular sentiment or that particular kind of user dynamic with this technology evolving? Do you think that will remain true in the in the years to come? Or
I'll give you an analogy.
right.
Not everyone who goes to a David Copperfield magic show wants to know how the magic is done.
Right.
I just want to be wowed by the effects, the fireworks, and wow, that was such a well done magic trick. And I think today the world of Web 3.0, stablecoin adoption, blockchain payments, if you were to come into the scene as a new entrant player and you're not really changing the norm, and you are, you're not faster, cheaper, quicker, a lot of times there isn't really a real incentive for people who are mainstream to kind of say, why should I try the technology? You would try it if it's faster, quicker, cheaper. Like in the same way people use EV cars.
Right.
It's meant to be faster, cheaper, and quicker.
Yeah.
And maybe less damaging to the environment as a big plus point. The same way I think exists in the world of payments, especially the ones that StraitsX kind of powers. Because the whole idea is to be able to do it in a way that's almost invisible to the human eye, if not at a better experience, so that the user experience is going to be great.
Right.
And once the user experience goes into a great amount of traction, the next thing that will happen is people will adopt it because it's mainstream.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, the whole idea of getting a Grab car, sitting in a car that doesn't belong to you, driven by a stranger. If you tell my parents when they were my age that this is going to happen, they will tell you that this is impossible. This is bonkers. This is blasphemy, right? But today that's what happened with the adoption of technology and now today it's a very superfluous thing that you will say, let's get a Grab from point A to point B.
Yeah.
So I believe in the same regard, once you get the user experience in the same format, that people are willing to kind of come in and enjoy that process and they see the benefits. Technology doesn't have to be explained that way. Technology is experience.
Technology, great one-liner. Though StraitsX is building kind of infrastructure, the rails for the future of payments. What do you think this means for, I guess, builders out there who are building, I guess, on the application layer side? Do you expect them to what role will StraitsX play in this larger ecosystem? How are you guys connecting with Web3 companies or Web3 business models?
So if you want it to be on the Web3 side or Web2 side? Web2, Web3 merger, or are you talking about
I think maybe start first with the Web3 and then maybe
Web3.
Web3. Yeah.
A lot of times Web3 companies have a very good idea.
Yeah.
but the idea doesn't flow because the user experience is not good. Right? So one example I'm referring to is the likes of companies that want to enable their users to be able to spend the stable coins that are on their wallet. It's a great concept, right? It usually exchanges having their own wallets, etc. And a lot of these companies still want to give their users a chance to spend and pay for daily expenses. Right? But you look at Visa as one of the world's biggest brands to allow you to tap and go. And what we really believe very strongly is that if StraitsX, what we power is that we help to issue Visa being sponsored cards that plug into the infrastructure that is Web3 centered, but the user experience is tap and go. Right? So that's a very important way to ensure that Web3 is in time with Web2, and then we're able to kind of transcend beyond just the paradigm of Web3, but into your mom, my mom, your grandma, my grandma, your children in the years to come, right? So that I think is a very important part where we are working with a lot of companies that are trying to reach that too. So I think one of the biggest things that we've also done is to partner with very traditional but very well-known Web2 companies. And one of them happens to be Grab and also with Alipay. And the idea was to allow Chinese tourists coming to Singapore, 250,000 Chinese tourists come to Singapore every month, to be able to scan and pay at our Singapore QR points that are Grab and be able to transact. So being able to buy a chicken rice with a Chinese wallet, Alipay wallet, right, and all the other Alipay-enabled wallets in the Asia alone, it brings so much joy to the chicken rice auntie, right? Because now I get
the money right away, the setup.
What Singapore chicken rice tastes really like, right? And I think that is not just about a matter of money. Flow of money is important, but the experience again. If you are a Chinese tourist, you want the Singapore experience. You want to eat your chicken rice, your curry crab, your bubble tea, right? And that's how we enable that. Even though it may seem very, we're just making payments happen. We're actually empowering the entire experience. And we're going to be doing more with more channels, more countries, more currencies. So
Philippines,
it's gonna be Mabuhay, baby. We're gonna make it happen.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I already pay like SG here through Gcash, Alipay kind of bridge. It'll be interesting to have more of those.
We're gonna have more
powered by stablecoin.
for you. We're gonna do it.
Thank you so much. On that note, let's move into the fun part.
Okay.
Pick two.
Pick two.
And then we'll answer one at a time.
Okay, this is gonna be any two.
Two, yeah. One thing you have had to let go of as a leader.
My youth.
Perfect. Okay, I think we can go to the next one.
What are you saying? Like, one thing you have to let go of as a leader. My youth. Right? Is that it? I do an experience.
Yeah.
Self-explanatory. Yeah. Look at this one. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, that's easy. That wasn't as hard as I thought. Okay, let's just try the next one.
One leader people should learn more from. Yeah.
I would say if you look at history as a whole, how business is being done in the real world, it kind of dawns upon me that sometimes doing business is not so much about who you are, what you say, but the feeling that you're actually able to transcend. And one leader that I think has made this statement, which is people only care about what you know when they know how much you care. People only care how much you know.
It's a one-liner.
It's a one-liner, but that's by President Roosevelt from the US.
Right.
And he may not be a business leader, but if you apply that to work today, it's true.
Technology's experience, as you mentioned.
Exactly, experience. And the important thing is, if you don't care about the person on the other end, what makes you so sure they'll care about you?
Yeah, perfect way to wrap this up.
All right, everybody. And now, again,
yes.